This is just 21 days that will change the rest of your life.
If you want to live a life of vibrancy, this is the momentum that you need.
Even though you already think you're healthy like me, you need to try this because it will connect all the dots.
Hi, my name is Giselle Mascareñas.
Carolina Chams.
Merri.
My name is Richard Cardona.
Iris Gomez.
Well, my name is Marcia Terry.
I'm Magdalena.
I'm a coach, a life coach.
I'm a wife. I have 2 beautiful boys.
I am a registered nurse of over 30 years.
I'm a nutritionist.
I'm a single mom. I'm 50 years old.
I kind of had reached a plateau. I have done several things in my life, different cleanses, detox, all different kinds of things.
I tried everything. I hired everyone, and it didn't work for me.
Sometimes we need this reset, like a radical reset, to change the trajectory of, what's going on with your body.
Forgetting things. I had the brain fog.
I was inflamed. I was exhausted. I could barely move some days, and I didn't feel like myself anymore.
So a great friend of mine, she said, you have to give this a try because you have to go to the core of things. And because I trust her, I said, I have to give this a go.
When I started seeing the weight go down, I lost 16 pounds.
I felt more alive. I felt like I was recovering myself. To date, I have lost over 30 pounds.
I lost 6 pounds.
Over 9 pounds.
I lost 10 pounds, which for me was it was impossible. I said, I'm never going to lose this weight. I was floored.
You've been looking for it. This is the missing link.
Don't be like me. I searched and searched and searched, and I was stubborn, and I thought I had the answer. So this is something that you almost can't afford not to do. Let me tell you, your life after 21 days will never be the same.
We see you. We get you. We are you. This program is exploding with results. Get with the friend that shared this to hear the whole story.
And absolutely, I was practicing law. I was vice president general counsel of a publicly traded company. Those people don't usually get into the nutrition field, but it really was my dad, just as Kevin told you. And I just knew I had to find a solution. Sometimes it's not about us. It's about somebody we love so much that will go to the end of the earth to solve their problems. Anyone agree with that? Exactly. So the idea here was that I just came across this incredible breakthrough, and we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight too. And I said, if my dad can't even communicate, obviously his cells aren't communicating. That was my total analysis from a nutrition perspective. But he had phenomenal results, and that's what sent me on this incredible journey. I just felt like this was actually the Lord leading me to go out there. How can I help more people? And so I jumped in with both feet, and obviously now I'm sitting here at 71 years old, and I still have never been on a prescription drug. So I think if we really take care and nourish our bodies properly, we have a great chance of having that, right? So tonight we're going to talk about a specific organ in our bodies, which is the liver. And if your liver's not doing well, you're not doing well. You might think you are, but all the hidden things that go on with that liver. Millions of people suffer from abdominal pain today and fatigue, and they can't figure out what is causing all of that, whether excess fat, bad sleep patterns, all these different things. And they keep taking individual different products for each and every one of them, when in fact, all of that, the brain fog, the stress, the mood swings, inability to lose weight, all of that could potentially be one thing in your body, that incredible critical organ called your liver, right? So anyway, I tried this one. I tried it, and I said, understanding the root cause is your liver. So longevity and wellness is really important for us, for many of us who want to live out our highest and best lives, but we're looking for simple solutions. And that's why you're here tonight, to listen to a simple solution. Whatever that problem is you're grappling with, tonight's going to give you some insight into how do I first lay the foundation by taking care of that critical organ, the liver. And that's by doing a liver reset. This 21-day liver reset is a proven system that's already began to be used by many, many people across the world today in many different countries. And people are just talking about phenomenal success, including me. I mean, some people go, well, Mary Jo, you're totally healthy. You've never been on prescription drugs, blah, 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 right? And I'm telling you, I have more energy today. In fact, I just got back from California, and I spent 4 days out there running around with my two great nephews who are 5 and 3. And if you've ever had experience of spending all day and all night with a 5 and 3-year-old, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's not typical for a great auntie to be able to do all of that, but it was just an absolute joy. So let's talk about this liver cleanse. It's important for us to respect that liver and do that liver reset, okay? And again, proven system. And I just want to warn everybody, I went through it myself. My assistant went through it. She lost 30 pounds. This is not a weight loss program. But as you cleanse your liver, your body is empowered to burn more of that unwanted fat, wherever it might be. And that's another side effect that I think a lot of people are almost more attracted to that than worried about the liver. But the liver is incredibly critical for you. So really going to have, through this whole 21-day process, you're really having an expert guide you through it, because these people that have put this program together are experts. So we just need patience to get through all 21 days. And that's such a short period of time. A lot of people talk about 6 months this or 21 days. That's it, right? And the science behind it is called glycan therapy. Very popular, as Kevin talked about earlier, that breakthrough that we have been empowered with over the last 30 years through the Manatech has been glycobiology, glyconutrients, and glycan therapy is incredibly powerful today. It helped me get my dad back early on, and that's what turned me on, and has been, I've been helping literally thousands of people ever since. So it gives you that structure, cleanse, body, mind, and emotional support and clarity, as well as it's a global duplicatable wellness program. So you can take it anywhere. We're open in many, many countries, and we can have a blast getting it out there and really impacting people's lives. And that's my purpose for being involved in this, because I love to impact people's lives. So it's just the whole structure it's basically a gentle cleanse. You basically are going to, starting, you're going to take a shake every day. You have an arugula salad. In fact, I loved arugula, and my assistant hated it, but you know what? She's actually likes it now. So it may change your taste buds along the way so that you actually continue to eat healthy the rest of your life. But it's one of those things that when I first, you're going to see that if you came to my house right now, you'd see that I have gardens everywhere. So you'll understand why I love that. But hummus is also a big part of it, and carrots as a snack, which is real easy to do as an afternoon snack that quenches your appetite, and lentil soup for dinner. So all of these things are simple things to make. But the one thing people talk about on this liver cleanse, they say, well, it's kind of like the same thing every day. And I go, oh, they ask me over and over again, Mary Jo, why do we do the same thing every day? And I said, because you want a mono diet as you're cleansing your liver. If you put too much jazz in a diet, your liver won't get cleansed because you're disrupting it every single day. So you want it, you'll notice that it's very much the same thing the first 10 days. Then in 11 through 21, you're going to add a protein or plant back in your diet, like chicken, salmon, sweet potato. So it limits the kind of protein. Why again? Because we don't want to force our liver to have to be in major motion trying to figure out what we're trying to digest through our system, right? It limits you because, again, you want to stay away from confusing the liver and putting stress on the liver. This is about cleanse. And chickpeas, hemp, pumpkin seeds, endless community support, accountability. I love the accountability part of it, because sometimes you want to waffle and waver. You can jump on that group of people that we have, and everybody will just serve you through the step by step through your entire cleanse. We all love to help each other, hold each other accountable. So why do glycans, we use that word glycans, and you heard from Kevin, why do they important? Because there's a critical importance of cell-to-cell communication. When you're resetting your body, you have to make sure those cells are properly communicating throughout, because they're flushing out toxins through the liver, the kidneys, the gut. Glycans ensure that the cells are signaling each other to allow this to take place. Tremendous immune support while toxins are released, incredibly critical, because as you go through a cleanse, I don't know about many of you, if you've done 1 or twice or maybe 10 times, but if the cleanse is really working, you're dumping a lot of things in your system that you really don't want to stay there. You're dumping them and you want them to flow through your system and get rid of them. And these glycans help distinguish between good cells, bad cells, what's threatening my body, what's not, and help suck that stuff out of the system, right? I wanted to rid it out of my body. So it'll help you prevent inflammation, repair, and help with regeneration. Again, glycans are the source of that. They are cell-to-cell communication. Heal me, defend me, protect me, cleanse me. Those cells are talking to each other all the time. And thank goodness they don't talk like you and I do. Again, we'd be really loud walking on this planet, but cell-cell communication is quiet, thank goodness. And that whole body gets reset. Detox can feel hard because toxins in there that so some people might express, well, I got a little moody the other night, my wife didn't appreciate that, and and I go, well, that's just part of the cleanse. When you're dumping this, you can have a little bit of energy shift, some mood changes. So maybe before you get started on a cleanse, alert your spouse, or even better than that, do it together. Then you can be moody together if that happens to come up, right? And so it's just, again, detoxing. And I celebrate, when people call me and say, oh my gosh, rah, 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 my husband, and I said, celebrate the moodiness. It just means it's really working for you. So let's talk a little about what's happening at the cellular. I mentioned these glycans, as did Kevin as well, and that really turned me on to nutrition in the first place, because again, we don't usually lawyers don't usually get into nutrition, but as I said earlier, my dad had a miracle difference, and that's what caused me to get involved in it. It's something that I've been taking now for almost 30 years. A core product to this program is that cell-to-cell communication that's going on. They also have, what's next is the True Health Shakes are great to balance nutrition food in our system instead of maybe some of the things that your preference you really want to put in your body, but that's why you stay strict to the plan, because you're going to get great nutrition. And again, I mentioned the ambertose, the glycans, the GI Pro Balance, which is for your gut, probiotics for gut health, because why? You're going to be dumping those toxins out of your liver. And then you have a product called satiety, which is, I actually never used it when I went through the 21-day liver reset. It's something that helps satiate. So if you happen to have a hunger pains or you really want to have something else, satiety's there to help you reduce those urges so you don't start eating things that you shouldn't be eating. So whenever you feel like you're going to get hungry, that's when you want to use the satiety. So binge eating, gone. Binge drinking, gone. Whatever you might be for you. A beautiful community we have to help you, support you through all of that, because we can be better when we do it together. Do you agree with that statement? Everybody. And I can tell you the supportive community that we have is just awesome. Some of the absolute best friends, I can see them on the screen right now, and they're really are here for one purpose. How do we reach out to other people and introduce them to these incredible products that have impacted our lives in such a significant way? It's called the power of community. Again, go over that accountability that works, shared energy, safe space for people to grow and share with each other. A WhatsApp group that has lots of people in the community to share and support, so you can get your questions as you go through this liver reset. Whatever question, whenever it comes up to you, pop it in that WhatsApp group, and you're going to have probably 5 people that answer that question for you. I don't even know the number, but I know there are massive numbers in that WhatsApp group that are there to just support you. So if you have friends in other countries, that we work together, because we're starting to open other countries with that, and it's the results, their experience. Oh my gosh, I hear about them every single day. It's so exciting. But these are results that people are already talking about: increased energy, clarity, reduced belly fat, bloating is gone, better sleep, less anxiety. And as I said, I personally lost 13 pounds and feel like 20 years younger. And it's just wonderful to be a part of that whole process, that we feel so good about all this happening. And the sleep is really important. Sleep, a lot of people are talking about sleep, and I tell people, I said, I have such good sleep already, and I think that's attributable to my solid health I already have. And in fact, my husband would say, he'd say, I would say goodnight, Mary Jo, and I don't think you ever heard the Joe. That's how fast I fall asleep and wake up. But sleep is another aspect of this that people talk about all the time, enhanced sleep results. And I know that is a historic health challenge for most people. If you're not sleeping well, it's almost impossible to live a healthy, energetic life, right? So how important is your sleep? And so many people go, well, I'll just take this sleep medication or take this. And I said, start with the liver reset. See what the liver reset will do for you, really, because it's deeper than what you may think it is. So, and again, we see that happening with the people that are out there, that they not only throwing off tons of pounds, but also just they talk about sleeping through the night that they've never seen in the last 25, 30 years of their life. So, and now the growth didn't happen in 20, but it started growing back. The hair, did you see that? There's people are growing their hair back, a sign of detoxing. That's another critical aspect of that. People are sharing that their hair is growing back. And that's a cool thing to see as well. So it's also a wellness advocate program. And so let's talk about that, because after you see the results that you get in this liver reset, you might go, you know what? I have some other people out there that I'd really like to help with these products, whether it's the products through the liver reset or maybe just on the glyconutrients. As you learn more about the science and the background in this, you can actually become what we call a wellness advocate. The program's valued at $3.99. If you choose to jump in, you can actually scale this and you can go out there and actually make money with this program. I've been involved with Manatech, and I can just share with you that I've been sending people in the mission field and doing 1,001 things with that extra cash flow since I started with Manatech. It just gives you flexibility, and it might be just you pay off your house or you buy a car that you buy or whatever your goal is with that money. But I'll tell you, Manatech has a really, really significant commission structure, and you can earn up to 30% commission. And the company's just put in a new program that ask the person who invited you, right? And they'll update you on what that new program is that we just kicked off in early October. And it's awesome to be able to see the kind of income that you can make just by getting people and helping people get healthier. And I always say, well, that's kind of silly because I have a heart and passion of contribution. So I don't need to be rewarded. My reward on contributing to people's life is just purely the satisfaction of seeing a difference that I helped happen in somebody else's life. But when you get that check, if you can't figure it out what to do with it, again, you'll find a place where you can put it where you can make even a greater difference. But Manatech is just so generous, as you can see by the slides. They're just so generous in how much they pay out to you as you share this program with other people. So if somebody buys 200, you're going to make $60, right? And the new promo slide says get 5 others involved, and you're going to make $1,000. How many of you could use an extra $1,000? I love that. I love compensating people for going out there and helping people change their lives with greater health, right? It's just an awesome thing that people can do. Just your heart and your passion for people, and you can make that extra money. So many people say, Merri Jo, I've been on this diet. I don't know what's inside. Why don't we? When they talk about all their diets and stuff, I just stop and I say, one of the main reasons your diets aren't working is because you absolutely need to have a cleanse first. Do the cleanse first. So all that ton of money you're paying on supplements that you're taking when you haven't done a cleanse, I want to suggest to you guys out there taking lots of different products, you're probably not absorbing them unless you have to go through a cleanse. Because a lot of people, I tell people, you're peeing and pooping out all those great products that you're taking. Because why? Because the liver's not working right now. You're toxic. Make sure you take care of your liver. And so it's about improving your absorption rate with even the products you're taking, with the food you're eating today. You may say, I'm a great eater. I eat all this great food, but I still get tired all the time. I suffer from mental fog. All these side of things that people complain about, they may not put you on your deathbed by any stretch, but they're nuisances in stealing from your joy of flying out of bed in the morning and living that highest and best life. And that's kind of my goal with people when I work with them in the nutrition field. Let's get you back to living your highest and best life. So now is a great time. A rising demand everywhere for wellness and detox. And of course, longevity industry is out there. People are looking, I want to live my longest and happiest life. They want simple guided systems. And this liver detox is exactly about that. It's about as simple as it can get. And you can get it in people's hands overnight. And it's, and you're going to see people coming back to you saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. I never realized this reset was going to have such an impact on my life. And many people have tried other programs. And like I said before, there are plenty of them out there. But I've seen nothing like this in all my years of being in the health industry as a certified nutrition coach, functional nutritionist, that had this kind of result in people's life. So perfect timing to combine liver health and health impact with income opportunity. You could actually, once you get involved, you can ask your friends, get involved, and you'll be highly compensated for anyone and everyone that you get started. So get back to the person who invited you tonight. I just join you, ask you to join us. I look forward to you joining us on this incredible trek, because there's a lot of victory in our lives and joy in our lives when we can help other people who help other people. So it's not just about the people I know, but the people I know many, many people, and they know many, many people. And it just keeps burgeoning into this incredible, huge, I say, it just takes off like the over blossoming flower. And all of a sudden you have 35 people that you have in your organization that are on the liver reset program and actually seeing phenomenal results, as most of us have through this incredible reset program. So thanks for being here tonight. I just suggest you get back to the person who invited you. They'd love to hear from you, and jump in with us. You can get all your questions answered. We have such a great group. Like I said, the WhatsApp group, and all of us that were on the call. Kevin has been with us, and I've been in Manatech as long as I've been in Manatech, or I've been very close, maybe a year later after Kevin. But we just love to support people to live their highest and best lives. And usually that starts with being as healthy as possible. So get back with the person who invited you. I look forward to seeing you on board, part of this liver reset, and achieving that best possible life.